Listen, please listen. I am not trying to tell you what to believe, but I do want to tell you what I saw. See, when I was a young kid and my mother took us to church, I saw a lot of good people. I mean, very good people with hard working ethics. And they came to church with the idea of finding hope, maybe some solutions to their problems. And many times, just like that other video I just did, they left broken because the preachers took advantage of their hope and they twisted it to their own advantage, making the people feel that they were not good enough, that they had to keep giving and giving just to get a blessing. And a blessing that they will get will be comparable to how much they gave. That's the experience I had in church. And over, I saw that same thing happen from the age of 9 to now. I see how men take advantage of people who are just trying to survive. They go to church with the hope of getting help. And many times they're taken advantage of. No, we know all preachers don't do that. They don't. But there are many that do. And for those that do, I'm just asking you not to change what you believe, but watch what you see. Watch what you hear when money is discussed. See the attitudes of the preachers who are telling you that you have to give so much if you want a bigger blessing. Like that line that one preacher had, all the way from $5 all the way up to $1,000. And everybody who couldn't afford $1,000 felt like crap. See, this is the thing about religion that always perplexed me when I was coming up, and even now. Why do good-hearted people turn themselves over to people who are just out for their money? I mean, we know God is supposed to be bigger than money, right? So why is it everything in church, most churches, about money? Why is it not about the people? I mean, people come in there with regular jobs, trying to make it, while the preachers are living in mansions, $40 million mansions sometimes. Or the people are living in a small apartment trying to make it, and they're told, bring your money to the church. Bring your tithes into the storehouse. And these people are struggling just to make it. But these preachers, man, they living like kings, and they know it, and we know it. We see it. All I'm trying to say to you guys is think about the people who are telling you what you have to do in order to receive a blessing. I mean, because do you really have to do it? Is this something that God requires? We know the tithe is spoken of in the Bible. But where in the Bible does it say if you don't give enough, you don't get a blessing? If you want a big blessing, you got to give a big donation. You got to give a big tithe. It doesn't say that. It tells you to tithe. And a lot of you are being tricked into paying more, sometimes even the amount that you don't have. Like we were in that church, there were people in that same row we sat in. And you know what? Some of those people, they look like us. Old clothes, old shoes, barely making it. And many of those, like I said in the other video, they were in that $5 line as well. And we all felt bad because we didn't have more for the $100, the $500 line, and the $1,000. We didn't even have enough for the $25 line. My mother struggled with that feeling for years, not having enough, not being enough. Why do we put up with it? Is that God or is that man? I'm starting to believe and see most of that is man. Most of that usury is man taking advantage of people's hope They have faith, and they use that faith that these people have, and they twist it and make them feel unworthy unless they give more. I'm sure you guys seen the videos of how these preachers demand. They don't even ask anymore. They demand, like Creflo Dollar. I want a $80 million jet. And when the people said no, he went and contested it and got it anyway. These guys are living in houses that we can't even go to the neighborhoods. And they making you feel small because you're not giving enough. See, that's my experience with church. It was always somebody on the top bullying somebody on the bottom. See, it doesn't matter if the bully is on the school ground or the workplace. It doesn't matter if if the bully is a person that wears a badge or standing behind a podium. When you're being bullied out of your hard-earned money, you should think about it. What are you going through? Can you get away from it? Should you get away from it? Yes, you should. See, this is the thing about my estimation of religion. There are a lot of people that want to do good and are doing good within religion. But there are a lot of people just taking advantage of others. And when it comes down to helping the community, they're not really there. I'm sure you guys remember that flood that was in Houston, Texas, and how Joe Osteen, he said, I can't let the people in because we just got the carpet clean. People were drowning. They're good enough to give me a tithe, but not good enough for me to open the doors to the church. Come on, y'all. Why are we living like that? Why we let somebody make us feel obligated to give them, telling us that we're giving it to God? Look at the lives they live. Does God require them to live in a mansion and you in a small apartment? I don't think that's what God requires. I think that's what we gotten used to. Gotten used to seeing those people live amazing, extravagant lives while we're barely making. How do you feel when you drop that money into the contribution box or the donation plate? How do you feel knowing that you're going home to a 9 to 5 that you can barely make it, while these people are taking trips that you can't even dream about? Something to think about, guys. Something to really think about. I'm not saying hate religion. I'm not saying anything for you to do. I'm just telling you what I observed. And I had a lot of time observing preachers from a young boy of 9 to now. And I can tell you, since 9, they have not changed. It's all about gimme, gimme, gimme. I don't know if you guys seen the video all on YouTube where Creflo Dollar and Leroy Thompson having people bring up the tithe to the podium, to the stage, and they lay the money all out on the stage, and they were running through the money. Man, money come to me, my money. That's God? No, that seemed like man. And here's the funny, weird part about it. People are so desperate for a blessing. They participated in it. They were more than willing to go up there and give this man money that he and his buddy ran through. And they're telling you, this is what God wants. He wants your tithe, even in a weird, crazy way like that. See, faith is supposed to make you strong. Hope is supposed to get you to that faith. But these guys are using your hope, twisting your faith. You're not becoming stronger. You're becoming more dependent on them. You're not even becoming more dependent on God. Because if you're under their thumbs, how are you making it? How is that God? I don't know. Some of you guys, I wanted to share with you how I feel. I don't hate the people who are being tricked. I don't feel sorry for them. I just feel compelled to try to warn them, to pay attention to what it feels like when you're going through these requests of more and more and more and getting less, less, less. It's not all about the money to you, but it's definitely all about the money to them. I'm just asking you, I'm begging you to pay attention to how you feel when people speak about money, your money, and they tell you you have to give them your money. Think about that. How do you feel about that? How do you feel giving your money, your hard-earned money, to multimillionaires, hanging around with celebrities, getting in all kind of trouble, TDJs? Do you guys remember in the last video I talked about Marvin Sapp, a preacher who told his ushers, close those doors? I said, close the doors. Wouldn't let the people out until they raised $40,000. Or that Marvin Wine, who told a woman who came up there with her grandson and told her, I said, everybody come up here with 1,200. You come up here with 800, to my, I owe you the rest. Embarrassed this old woman in front of her grandson. And got away with it because these guys know they can do anything. Most people would allow it. No, we shouldn't allow that. Close those doors. You don't come up here with 1,200, go sit your behind down. We let these people get away with treating us like that? No. We should be like, hell no. This ain't God. This is you. Bilking the congregation, bilking the church. Something to think about, guys. Something to really, truly think about. Why are we letting these people run over us? Why? Let your faith do what it's supposed to do. Build you up. Take your hope and make it stronger. And don't let anyone, especially a preacher, tell you that you need to give more before you can get more God. So that's a lie. A straight out bald-faced lie. I'll see you guys in the next video.